in today's tutorial, which is part 2, where the last time we actually configure our website and we bought our domain, we got our hosting, and everything basically is set up for us to start working on it. Now, I wanted to talk about a lot of things, but I don't want to make it 2 hours of a tutorial. I want it to be as straight as you go. And I'm gonna leave here a lot of ways that you can choose in this word because it has a variety of a lot of things. Now, when I started out, nobody explained it, but there is so much things that you can do while you gonna have your journey. So I prepared kind of a list that's gonna just make everything for you very, very ideal, all right? So before we even jumping to the design and setting up whatever it's needed, I want that your mind gonna be focused on the right thing. Now, in this method, I'm gonna explain what we do, right? So before we're gonna approach the site, there's a couple things that you need to know. We can use a template in order to build a website, which we just basically just making some tweaks now and then. We can build a website by ourselves, and that's what we're gonna do in this tutorial. And I'm gonna show you that it's really very easy because we can use some templates, libraries, and stuff that's actually gonna make our life really easy. So you don't have to be scared of that. Free, we can buy website from marketing. There's a lot of out there that you can find out, and they have really good stuff already. So if maybe you find some template that can just do the job, then this is a really good option if you really don't want to mess with anything at all. But in this tutorial, we are gonna focusing on creating and also designing stuff by ourselves. So this is gonna be a very detailed one. And I'm gonna show you how I approach my way to go into the WordPress designs, because there is a system which I think just works the best from what I have experienced in the long term. So I will explain the steps that I go through. Before I even start the site, I like to have a note or something to write the things I want to know. First of all, I need to understand who I'm speaking with. If it's you by yourself, then you need to ask yourself some questions in order to make the most out of your website. You can just go and build a website, but this is gonna look rubbish. And believe me, I've seen some websites that had no thinking in them and they look horrible. So you don't wanna have your website look disgusting. You want people to actually have the information they need, click on the thing that you want them to do, and then leave it so they can do whatever you want, and you will gain the thing that you want. All right, so as I said, we're gonna take a note. You can write it on your phone, you can write it on a piece of paper, you can draw it, but it's important that you go through the steps. So we need to generate an idea of how the website gonna look like, okay? This is up to the designer or to you. As I say to my clients always is give me 3 websites that you liked and 3 websites that you didn't like, because that way I can know which one I'm gonna approach and I'm gonna build it like, okay? So I always ask him, tell me about what is your company about or what is your business all about? Because if I understand the business, then I can design it straight. If I didn't understand the services he has or what he's aiming for, then the website not gonna be focused on the main things that we want to focus on. And that's basically very bad because we're gonna lose the point of having the website, right? We want it to be precise. We don't want it to be too long. We just want it to have the information we need and to keep going with our life. So again, this is 2 points, the main points that you need to remember. We can get into more details, but this is just to have a brief idea. All right, now we want to have all the assets before we start the website. This is gonna help you a lot. Make a folder with everything you need. That means images, text that you need to know, services, everything that you need to know in order to build a website. Also, if you're bidding for yourself, that's something that you also should do. So go gather together all the stuff you need in order to start building the website. Now, before starting the website, the good approach would be start the project in Adobe XD, Photoshop, something that you can get an initial idea of how the website gonna look like. Now, in that case, I actually made something that I'm gonna show you right here. And this is how I started thinking about for loops as an idea. So I'll tell what I did here. Basically, I saw this logo for bar loops and I thought, okay, we're gonna turn it to an academy and 4 bar loops gonna be the best academy to learn, I don't know, techniques from music. This is the company and that's what they do. Maybe they have an app, maybe not, but most of the thing here is to be educational purpose. So this is where I go to. So everything started from the logo. As I said and I mentioned before, we need a logo to start building a website, and I think I have explained it, but if not, we have a couple of sources that we can get a logo, approach a designer, do it by ourselves, and so on. So as for now, this is the initial approach. I just did a brief here, and I took a reference from an Israeli website that I like the illustration over there. This is the end result of what I came for. So once I have the initial idea, of course this is just for the purpose of this tutorial, but usually it's better to do the whole page. Now if you don't have any designing skills and this is too much for you, that's no problem. Again, you don't need to do this way, because this is the long way, usually the longest also, because this is what I do. So I like to have everything already done in Adobe XD. This is how I also gather the assets, so I put everything on here, usually the illustration, fonts and what. Alright, so after we understand that we need to have an idea of how the website is gonna look like, now how do we apply those things? Usually I also make a design. Alright, so I made to explain how we're gonna stay precise with the design. So if you're not familiar with CSS, basically CSS, it's how you style everything in the website. The HTML is the structure of everything, and the CSS, it's basically the colors, the style, like how things are actually look like in the website. So in that case, I prepared a note, and this is like gonna be the identity of everything in the site, starting from fonts, as you can see here, and the pixels sizes. Now, as you can see, I took the color, the navy blue and the neon green. The text gonna be gray. The text height, so it's very airy, so you can, like, it has the minimal approach. We chose weight, kind of heavy weight, so this is gonna be the main one. So it's gonna be feeling boldy and warm. Images are gonna be minimal illustration by just 2 colors, and the icon set gonna be bold. So that's what we chose. So this is very just like did it in the purpose for this video, just something to give me an initial idea of how the website gonna look like. All right, so after we saw we have the general idea of what is the purpose of this website, how it's gonna look like, and we already know the first composition of it. Now, when we figure those things up, we can start building our website from ground zero. Now, how do we build the website? This is a good question. Before we building the website, we're gonna make some additional setting on the backend, clean everything up. That means we want to start fresh, okay? And in order to do everything the right way, we're gonna configure some stuff at the backend of the website, and then we're gonna move to the front end and start applying the design that we have already. All right, so we are at our WordPress site, and that's how it looks when it's just getting started. So how do we get rid of this thing? Before we're gonna get into the designing of our website, we want to first set up the backend of it. So let's go and click on the WordPress cog over here, and let's start messing with the settings we have. So this is how the dashboard in WordPress look like. We have post, media, pages. We're gonna get into all of them. So the first thing we wanna go to is settings, and let's go to permalinks and change it from custom structure to some post name. Amazing. Let's go to general. Let's get rid of this tagline. Let's see the date is right. We're gonna be in English. Time format is fine. Let's save those changes and let's go to appearance and let's go to menus. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a menu, but this menu gonna be fake. Why it's gonna be fake? Because we want to have something to look at while we're working on the header menu. And let's create that menu. And now we created a menu. Now from here, we're gonna assign pages to the actually menu. But before we actually assign menus, we're gonna create a page. So let's go to pages and let's go and add new page. Let's add a title and let's call this page home page. And let's go and click publish. Amazing. Let's go back to menus and let's assign homepage to the menu. Amazing. Now we want to have some more menus over here. So let's go custom link and here pound, and let's have about us. Let's say we're gonna have contact. It's gonna be free. Here you can drag just the way that you want to put those in order. So let's go and remove this one. Say we're gonna have, let's say, tutorials. I think this is how you write tutorials. This is how you write tutorials. And amazing. And 4 at this moment will be fine for us. We can add just like a blog. Okay, so we can have it nice and tight. So we have 2. Let's have blog. This is gonna be here. All right, so we have our first menu created in our website. You will understand where we're gonna use. So again, custom link is something, it's not a real page, it's just we have something here. In order to create real pages, we go for here. I will explain later the difference between pages and posts, but let's go and now change the theme for WordPress. Now, as you can see, we have a lot of themes in WordPress. You can go and look for yourself for all the themes that you want to put, but for now, I'm gonna just clean all this up. We don't need this and this. And let's add new, and let's find this theme. If you don't see it, it's called Hello Elementor. I just use it because it's really compatible with our web builder, but you can choose whatever you like. Let's just keep one theme here, so maybe sometimes we're gonna switch and see other things, but here we go, and we're getting the welcome to install Elementor, and let's go and install Elementor. All right, amazing. So let's go and activate the plugin. We are gonna use Elementor Pro. All right, so this is how much it costs. Now, this is very useful plugin. So we're gonna use the main feature, which is the theme builder over here. Gonna help us speed up our design by so much, and it has like a very useful template that we can use for free. So also when we're getting stuck, we can use their feature in order to continue and making the design and keeping the harmony in our website while we design it. So let's go back to the site and let's go Pro. So I already have an account. Let's download over here the Pro version. So that's how you're gonna have like your dashboard look like. So let's go here back to plugins and let's click add new on here. Let's click upload plugin and drag the plugin in here and click install. We don't need this one anymore. Amazing. Let's go and activate the plugin. That's crazy. Now, in order to have the Pro features, we need to activate it. So let's go and connect and activate it. And if you are logging into their website, you're gonna have the bottom here activate. So let's go and activate it. All right, so now we are activated. Let's go to settings and let's go to reading and let's change a static page and choose home page, our home, and click save changes. Amazing. Now we are ready to start and build our website. We in Elementor have the option to use the thing that's called theme builder. Now this is one of the most easiest thing that they ever created, right? Why it's so easy? Because they basically left a blank pieces for us in the puzzle just to fill it up. So basically, as you remember, maybe as kids, you could fill up with a pen just drawing. So this is the same thing. Let's go to theme builder. And as you can see, we have all the parts in our website. Now, if you're not familiar with web and like how things works and you never came with a background of this kind of things, usually in every website, now basically the toolkit and just made it very simple to us. So what we need to go is just fill each and every one of those things in order to finish our website. Now let's go and add our first header. But there is another view for this thing over here. If we go to switch to table view, and it's look like this. Now I think it's look even much nicer than this one, but I will go with the old school. So let's choose header and let's call it header, and let's go and create a template. Amazing. Now, as you can see, they suggest us some pre-designed templates. Pre-designed templates that we can already use. So let's find something that's gonna remind the design that we have here. So we want something here, section here, and a call to action. So what would be a good thing to go? This one here actually have everything we need, and this one also. This one looks, oh, that's amazing. Let's go and insert this one. So I'm gonna do some changes over here so it can fit the design that we want. And again, if it's the first time you see the stuff over here, sometimes it can be a little bit too much to understand, but you will get the point as we go. So I'm just gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this and this, and this is the dashboard in Elementor. Basically what you see here is widgets. We can just drag them into our website like that, and something will happen. Depends on widget that we gonna drag. So I want to put image on here. Let's go and drag image, and as you can see, it's open us like the options over here on the side. So the first one usually is the content, and then this is the CSS of whatever we need, and then we have some advanced setting. Because I want to keep this tutorial to the point, I'm just gonna do stuff, and if you getting something, then you will see that it's not very hard to understand. Now I need to get, and from this logo, I thought it's gonna be cool to just put it in line, so I changed it a little bit according to the needs that we have, because that's gonna fit the design much better, and this is gonna be much cleaner. So let's go back here and drag our logo. Now guys, in order to get the right proportions and stuff, you should just right, okay. So guys, remember we wrote the sheet of how our website gonna look like. So we want it to be on a width of 1020. This is the width that we want. All right, let's go and style the menu over here. So as you remember, this is the content, some basic stuff, and let's go to the CSS and let's change. All right, and one last thing before we're even getting started, let's go this over here. This is the hamburger, and let's go to site settings. Now this is gonna take us, now this feature right here, this is super important, because this gonna help us go really fast with everything that we do. So let's go to our global colors and add the colors that we have. So I'm gonna just get the colors from the logo I had. So let's take it from here. This was this. If you don't know how to get colors, there's a couple ways that you can get the color, the hex. So you can open here and take it, and let's back to our design and let's change it. This is gonna be, no, this is not gonna be our primary, this is gonna be our accent. And let's take the other blue that we had and let's go back and implement. Now that seems okay. As we said, we have gonna primary color, text gonna be gray, and accent gonna be the neon green. That's fine. Let's go and choose our fonts. So we don't want to use Robo, we want to use Poppins. Fine. And let's change it here, Poppins. So the good thing with Elementor, they already got you covered with Google Fonts and everything. So everything is so easy, and that's gonna make our design so much faster, and that seems great. Let's go. And bottoms, as we said, let's go and make it Poppins. We want to have border radius 100. That's what makes the rounder bottoms. All right, and I think that's fine. All right, we are finished with this one. Let's go hit update and let's go back to our editor. Amazing. So let's go and change things over here a little. Let's go change the menu to be the primary color. Let's change the weight to 6 like we wanted, so it can fit the style. That's fine. Let's go and change the bottom. So again, content style. I'll just go and change the font. Sometimes with the pre-made things, you need to go and just change it. But the good thing is it's really easy to understand, right? So let's have fixed padding. This can work out. And let's change the background to this. and the box shadow is fine. And let's go and do some more changes on here. Let's have underline and let's use a slide mode. That's nice. And let's go to style, change the hover to here to a primary, and that's gonna be it. Amazing. So let's go and publish our header. Now here they're gonna ask us where do we want to display the template. Let's add a condition and make it on the entire site. And that's amazing. Now we have a header in our website. Let's go and exit to the dashboard. Let's go to the theme builder again, and let's go switch to table of view. And after we finish with the header, let's go with the footer. Let's add a new footer. Let's call it by the name footer and create the template. Let's create the template. Amazing. So we are now having already a pre-designed template to the footer. Again, our life is so easy because Elementor did a really good job with those things. That's something. Now let's see this one right here. That's very minimal. We want something a bit more. What about this one? Hey, that can fit our design perfect. So let's go and insert this one. So we need to make harmony with the header, and let's do some changes. Again, we have the section. So let's try and go start just messing around. The way I got used to this thing is just by messing around with everything. Go by your time. You figure it out. It's really easy. And you can see that it's very, very fast also. So as you can see, we can go and go after it. Let's change the image here to choose our logo. Amazing. Let's give it more volume. Have it like that. Yeah, the same. We wanted to have the same approach. So let's go and change the form name. Let's call it footer. Let's go and change the style. So the field, we want it to be the same. Amazing. And bottom, let's go and change it to 100, and back will be this one, text this one, and what else we can change here to fit the design. All right, okay, this look already pretty neat. Like, I really like it. This is very cool, very, very cool. We can maybe add a border the same like here. Amazing. So this is look pretty good. I like this footer. Let's go and hit publish, add a condition, and we want it on our entire site. Now we have a header and a footer, and that's perfect. We want to have something in the between to fill. Now, after we're gonna have a solid homepage, the whole website gonna be very clear to us. So as I said, the most important thing is to start and have ourselves a good fundamental where everything gonna be in harmony, and that way to go with this. All right. So I did a mistake and I forgot to record that, but where we're going, click on pages, go here to home. We had a sample page over here, so I deleted it. Go to edit and click edit with Elementor. I think it's gonna be here for you. I just did it, and amazing. So now we're gonna edit the in-between, the header and the footer. Now I'm gonna introduce you how to use template library that we have. Now before that, we're gonna get rid of this thing right here. Now let's go and click on the settings and hide title, yes. Now we have a clean start. Let's go and click add the template. Now the very first section that you see most of the time in website called the hero section. And as you can see in the template library, which is really big and you can find so many stuff over here, we can go to block. Blocks is basically just sections. Maybe we don't want a full page, we just want something from, I don't know, just like, let's say, a contact or just like, say, client. We can just pull this off without the hassle. So this is very useful. So right now I just want a hero. Now we want to look for something that has probably the same kind of design like we do. We want something that has something here and something on the side. We can choose this one. This can work out for us because it has like a text here and an image here. We're just gonna change it to what we need. All right, that's cool. So our website's starting to look pretty nice at this point. Let's just get rid of this. Let's just get rid of this. We're gonna do something with this one. Let's go and hit on the section here. Let's go to style. Let's just get rid of this one. This is actually pretty cool. That's this color right here, you know? Maybe we can go with just like blue. We can just go with a lot of things. So this is the fun thing about it. The design can always go to whatever. Let's go here and let's get rid of. Let's go click here and let's go. And I click here and let's change the color to what we know. Let's go to style and change the color to fit the needs of our. And because we have a greenish bottom here, I wanted to be something else. Let's get rid of that and have a border 100, and we want it to be the same size. Now that's cool. Let's go and change the font, and we want it to be 1.4. Let's give our company the slogan. So, okay, before we get to the slogan, let's go to the bar here and let's add an image. The main theme here gonna be with illustration. So let's add illustration of the company. Again, so let's remember what our company is all about in our sheet. So let's get it here. What is the company about? Let's keep it short. So it's an audio company that provides learning techniques to music lovers and also help them with the journey to make it in the industry. How it's gonna to look? Let's get to reference. So we have one reference. They want it to be modern with minimal approach, clean and feel warms with the feeling of trusted tech company. Well, we're here to make that wish happen, and we're gonna make sure that this company gonna deliver the exact result. So we have already our first hero and the main composition already done. Thing here, it feels like really one thing. Now for me, the harmony in websites is really important, and I like when stuff are really intuitive and you can understand what is going on. So let's go and give it 4-bar loop, a company that's going to get you stuck. That's not it. Now, let's think in a better idea. We like because like I look at here and the science and loop, so it's gonna be something that's so 4-bar loops. We understand how it feels to be stuck. All right, that's something that I came up with. That's very funny, and we can continue and go and create the site. Now, this right here, the creation, usually for me, I like to think about all the things before we start building it. So we can just like have in a paper, just writing what we want. So let's say we're gonna start with the hero, and then we're gonna have something about the services, and then we're gonna have a call to action. And basically we can do a mix mesh of all of it and just like try to figure out how the layout gonna be. Now, we can go and just like click here on the add template, and we're just like gonna figure what is gonna be our next section. We can go and have ourselves, let's say, about us. Usually that can be really cool. We can have an about us. We can have maybe features. That can also be a cool thing. Yeah, features. Let's start with features. Usually it's a really good thing that any website has. Do I see something that I like? Let's go and see that. So in this case, I'm gonna have a speed design just to get it done with, but the main idea, and let's give the features. So we use a solid colors, and let's go. So if you're working with responsive design, the better to use the percentage instead of anything else, because that way you know you're staying the same everywhere that you go. Now I'm gonna do it really quick, so. For Bar Loops is a company that provides you the science behind the loop and gonna help you get stuck out of it with video tutorials, inspirations, and some online coaching. Actually, you are looking for a coacher that's gonna tell you how to write music and be a better, I don't know, approach me today, call 111. Anyway, let's go back to the design. So we designed everything. As you can see, it was pretty easy. Just use most of the time templates. And now we're gonna add some animation. So let's go. Okay, so I guess I'm pretty happy with the design. It looks amazing. Look at that. No time. We have a homepage that's actually telling the story of the company. Let's go and preview the changes and we can see what we did here. And as you can see, it's pretty nice and very clean. Of course, we can continue and add more sections, features and whatnot, but at this time I wanted to keep it short so you can understand the idea, like how easy. I will continue provide a lot of tutorials like how to use most of the feature here, so you get a really good idea of how it works. But this is the basics to get your website going on. And again, I laid out most of the options that you can choose, starting from template that they're providing, so you don't even go to do this hustle by yourself if you wanted to do the shortcut. If you're into web design and stuff and whatnot, and you wanted to get your knowledge more, then you are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel already and find tips and tricks how to make your own website. I guess I try to cover most of the stuff. For sure I would be forgetting something now and then, but don't worry, this is gonna be uploaded and I'll try to continue and make this YouTube channel as best as I can, so you guys gonna have the whole idea of how to build a great website. This was the end of the tutorial of part 2. Funny, I maybe think I will develop this website, who knows, and maybe if you're gonna get into it, you're gonna see a whole different website. But at this time, I really like the colors over here. It's very, very neon-y, very newish, minimalistic, and I think we nailed the point of this website. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I was Pleban from 5 Polar. I'm wishing you a happy, continuous journey. Try to explore everything, and that's it. Thank you. Bye-bye.